Hello. The energy that creates worlds. I hear you speak about it and say if we could get a piece of it, and I like that idea. And so
not that you can get a piece of it, but you are.
Yes.
If you're focusing, you are. And so you summon it, and then you allow it or you don't. That really is the complete equation about creation and energy. You summon it through desire, and then you allow it through belief, or you disallow it through doubt. That's about it.
Okay.
We have enjoyed this interaction.
When I hear you talk about the Earth spinning in perfection and the sun coming up and going down, and when you talk about appreciation of that, and I have some appreciation of that, and I would like more. I'd like to allow more of that.
Well, anything that you are observing that makes you feel appreciation is beneficial to you. And a lot of those things that have been around for a while, you tend to sort of take for granted. And there's nothing wrong with not getting out every day and bowing to the sun. In other words, we're not encouraging you to be crazy maniacs. Esther walks across the 40 acres in Texas, and there are several hundred big oak trees. And sometimes she'll take a walk around just to greet the trees. She hasn't seen a lot of them, some of them in years. And so the other day when she was walking, and she said, "You're my favorite." And then she went to another one, and she said, "You're my favorite." And before the walk was finished, she told about 100 trees that they were each and every one her favorite. Because in that moment they were. You're what I'm looking at right now, and you are what I'm using as my object of attention, and therefore my reason to tune to the energy that creates worlds, you see. And so there is so much around for you to find appreciation for. And the object of your attention matters not at all, but the accomplishment of alignment because of your selectively choosing your object of attention, that's worth giving some consideration to. Most of you have just become observers. So the squeaky wheel gets the oil, you say, or I have to deal with this, or I let me just tend to this. And so rather than getting out ahead vibrationally, so that then you get the momentum going, so that then the universe is causing you to realize things that are a vibrational match to that. In other words, if you say, today, no matter where I'm going or what I'm doing or who I'm doing it with, it's my intention to look for what I want to see and to feel good when I see it, to recognize it and to verbalize around it and to focus on it long enough that I feel energy moving within me about it, so that there's a appreciative exchange between my object of attention and the source within me and me. That's sort of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But if you are not getting out ahead of the manifestation vibrationally by doing something like that, then there's a very good possibility that you are having knee-jerk responses to what's happening. And it feels like you've got a tiger by the tail, so to speak. It feels like there's a momentum, a cycle that you can't get out of. You can get out of it, but sometimes it feels like you've got a cycle. There's a cycle going that you can't get out of. You're just reacting. And as you react, then you're setting the vibrational tone for more. And then you react, and then you set the vibrational tone for more. So pre-paving, or getting out ahead of the vibration, getting vibrationally out ahead of the manifestation, means I care about how I feel, and so I'm going to get my momentum going. And we would encourage you to start it when you go to bed the night before. When you go to bed tonight, say consciously to yourself, I'm going to begin a new vibration for tomorrow. And then do your best to bask as you go to sleep. And when you awaken, acknowledge that you're going to begin anew vibrationally. This is a day that I'm going to, it's sort of like kids competing for who gets to sit in the front seat, or wanting to get the conversation going because you want to set the tone of it. Have you ever known a troubling person to call you? And so when they're on the line, you say, "Hi, what's the good news?" And then there's that long silence because they hadn't actually thought about that. That's not why they were calling. But So you sort of want to get your momentum going in advance. You want to get it going in advance. So now you're not reacting to things that are going to throw you off. Now you get to observe the things that are part of the momentum of what you want. It doesn't take much of that before you begin to feel that invincibility. You begin to feel that synergy. You begin to feel that you are that spinning wheel, and that only things that are a vibrational match to the good feeling, high flying vibration that is you come on, and everything else just bounces right off.
That's great.
It
Thank
is.
you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Now what?